Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today I am going to be looking at the brand new snapshot that has been released. The change that was made in this update changes how you get the special enchanted books. Before the update, the books were random. Now they are biome dependent. So depending on which villager you get, you will have a set type of books that you will get from them. So I'll be showing you today how these brand new villagers work. But before I get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post a brand new video. So let's go ahead and get started by checking out the desert villager. Now, Mojang has provided us with a nice little chart that shows you which villagers will have which enchanted books. So the desert villager, if you level him up all the way up to master, you will always get efficiency 3 as the master level trades. And then the normal books that you can get will be fire protection, thorns, and infinity are the random books that you can get for the other trades. So now in this update, you will never see efficiency 3 given out to any other villagers other than the master level desert villager. So the next villager I'm going to look at is the snow villagers that will spawn in snowy biomes. Now these guys will give you Silk Touch for being master level. So if you want to get Silk Touch on your pickaxe, you gotta find a villager that's in a snow biome. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get it. Now, the normal enchanted books that you can get from these guys is also Aqua Affinity, Looting, and Frostwalker. So there's some pretty good enchantments there if you can find a snow villager. So the next villager I'm going to be looking at is the Tundra villager. And these guys will give you Fortune 2 for their master level trades. So another pretty good trade there. And for the normal enchanted books, you will get Blast Protection, Fire Aspect, and Flame for the normal enchantments from these villagers. Now the next villager I'm going to look at is the Plains villager. So this one, if you level it up to master level, you will get Protection 3, which means you will no longer be able to find Protection 3 anywhere else unless you have a villager that's from the Plains biome. And the other normal enchantments that you can get are going to be Punch, Smite, and Bane of Arthropods. So the next villager is going to be the Savannah villager. Now these guys will give you Sharpness 3 if you level them up to master. And their normal books that they will give you is Knockback, Curse of Binding, and Sweeping Edge. So that is pretty much all of the easy villagers done. The next one is going to be a little bit harder, and this is where the update makes things really challenging. And that is because the next villager is the Swamp Villager. Now, there are no natural spawning swamp villages, which is why it makes this really difficult. So you will have to find some way of getting a Swamp Villager. Now, the easiest way to do this is to either cure a swamp zombie villager. The other way you can get a swamp villager is by breeding villagers in a swamp biome. Now this way is not a 100% chance of getting a swamp villager. Depending on which villagers you are using, you'll either get the same kind of villager as the ones that you're using, or you will get a swamp villager. Now, to be able to breed these villagers, you'll have to build a small little village in the swamp to be able to get these guys to breed. But once you get a swamp villager, he will get you probably one of the best enchantments in the game, which is Mending. So if you get a master level swamp villager, you will have infinite mending, which is going to be really helpful. So if you want to get Mending, you're going to have to do a lot of work to be able to get it. But it's still the easiest way to get Mending. The other enchanted books that you can get from these guys is Depth Strider, Respiration, and Curse of Vanishing. Now, the next villager is going to be the Jungle Villager, and it's the same as the Swamp Villager because there are no natural spawning jungle villages. So you will have to either breed villagers in a jungle or find a jungle zombie villager around and cure him so that you can actually get one of these guys. But if you can manage to get a jungle villager, he will get you Unbreaking 2 for master level, and then the normal books are going to be Feather Falling, Projectile Protection, and Power. Now, there are some other changes that have been added in this update. The first change that I'm going to go over has to do with curing zombie villagers. Before this update, you were able to stack the discount, so every time you would cure a zombie villager, it will give you a massive discount, and you were able to get like enchanted books a lot cheaper, or any other trade that was like really cheap. Now you can't do that. It will only give you one discount for curing a zombie villager. Now, they've also made some changes to the Wandering Traders, which increases the amount of items that you can buy from them, and it also decreases the prices. So it's actually kind of worth trading with the Wandering Traders now, because they're a lot cheaper, and they've also added some unique items that you can actually get from them. Some of those unique items, a enchanted pickaxe that you can get, which is really good. You can also buy logs from them. So if you're short on logs, you can buy 8 logs of any type of wood for only 1 emerald, which is pretty good if you need some specific type of wood. You can also buy an invisibility potion. So sometimes you can find an invisibility potion from these guys. And then you can now trade stuff with them to get emeralds. Now, these trades are not the best because you can only do them once. So if you have a bunch of like random items laying around that you want to sell for emeralds, you can sell them to these Wandering Traders and they'll give you an emerald back. Now, the final change I'm going to be going over for this update is the change that they've made to diamond generation. So now they have increased the spawn rate of diamonds in deep slate layers. So this will hopefully make it a little bit easier to find diamonds lower down in the world. So I think this change has definitely made it a lot easier to find diamonds. Just from flying around this cave, I've spotted a lot more diamonds that I've seen before in caves. But that's going to be pretty much it for today's episode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post brand new videos. But let me know in the comments what you think about these new changes that are going to be added into Minecraft. At the moment, these are experimental features and they can change at any time. So there is still time for the update to change before it goes live. But this is what has been changed in the new snapshot. So that's going to be it for this episode. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.